What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, we're going to talk about Wellies and Shiba Inu. Last video, we talked about it and how they had this announcement on Twitter. Well, they had an AMA recently. They had an AMA last night at 7 o'clock. I was able to attend basically all of it. I probably dipped out with like 10 minutes to go or so. But either way, we had a lot of questions answered. We had a lot of great news and great information, and basically gave out a little bit more than what they had on this announcement that they had via the tweet, basically talking about percentage of revenue, all of this other stuff that they could burn off. So first, we're going to dive into my question that I asked. I did want to ask other things, but those questions were asked throughout the first couple of questions, so it was great to be able to have those so that I really only had to ask two questions or at least put two things out there. So we're going to get into my question, get the answer on that, and then we'll also dive into what I took as positives from it. So make sure you guys hit that like button, also hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, if you guys want to join the Shiba Inu Discord group, it's a new Shiba Inu Discord group that we created with a lot of people that we're looking to grow this to a higher level. We're at like 1,300, almost 1,400, followers or members within the Discord group. So definitely check that out. But let's go ahead and listen to this really quick. We're going to go over to Twitter right now, and you can see the recording. You can see it. Milkshake tweets a lot, so I would probably go to Welly's Twitter page, and you'll be able to find that recording if you wanted to. But there's a lot of good information in there, and when it comes to franchise information, burning information, revenue, everything. So let's go ahead and listen to what I had to say here.
Matthew, we got you. How's it
Hey,
going?
hey, how are you?
Doing well.
Yeah, thank you for taking my question. This is kind of like a slight twofer, so hopefully that's okay. You kind of answered my question with the franchising flat fee for burning. I was just wondering if anything was going to come out of like the NFTs. I kind of like missed and jumped in a little bit late there. And was just wondering if there was going to be any type of burn percentage off of maybe the NFTs as well, or any future NFTs going forward. And then my second part is kind of a question, but maybe you guys should think about like partnering up with like AMC for their kitchens, because I know you said something about ghost kitchens. And if you can have some sort of partnership with a large movie theater chain, that could possibly be something interesting, especially if they're already accepting AMC Shiba Inu as payment.
Yeah, the AMC thing is something we've been joking around about. That would be awesome if once Welly's is up and going and can get those ghost kitchens running, if we could see a Welly's in all the AMC theaters. But as you know, with the theater business, the money's not necessarily made on the ticket sales; it's made on the popcorn and drinks. So I'm not sure how willing they'd be to do that, but we'd definitely be open to those types of talks. As far as the NFT burns themselves, the main focus of the NFTs that are going to be launched first are going to be building out the flagship store and getting the corporate headquarters running, and just the overall business up and operational. So it looks like a portion of that could be burnt, but we don't want to commit to that just yet. But there will be, when the royalties come back from the franchises, that volume, or at least a portion of that volume, will be burnt. So again, this is all pretty high level stuff at the 30,000 foot view. So it's going to be really hard to comment on percentages. Now we've got some target percentages in mind, but as you know, if certain percentages are thrown out there, they tend to stick with the SHIB army. So a little bit hesitant on that aspect, but there are some targets in mind. And as Satoshi's said before in several different comments, trying to create a utility burn in everything that we do right now is going to be there's going to be some sort of involvement of a utility burn. So that's going to hold true for Wellies as well.
Yeah, I just think that makes it like that much more interesting when people understand that there's a small portion. It doesn't even have to be something where we're like, hey, commit to 5%. 1% goes a long way, and then it brings a lot of interest and a lot of hype into those NFTs as well, just like it does with any other thing.
Yep. The main thing is get these suckers built and bring in some volume, because if you're burning out of one store, no one's going to care. If you're burning out of 500 stores, that's going to make a huge difference. So, yeah, I appreciate
Absolutely.
All right, so basically that was a really great way of answering the question, right? I didn't continue to push because obviously they have it within their mind to add a percentage or add some sort of burn utility to everything that they're building, not only just wellies, which is definitely something that we're very interested in. And to be able to hear that, that's a big plus in my book, to always have a thought of a different burn mechanism that could be included within a lot of these places. It's just, I think we need to continue to remind them, because it's a lot more, or it means more if it comes from the Shiba Inu community. Because if people aren't asking the questions on how they're going to burn these coins, then they're not going to jump to that level of burning coins, right? Does that make sense? So I asked the questions. I was really happy with that. I was hoping that, there would be something that we can obviously push on with AMC, because if you can create these ghost kitchens and make it profitable for everybody, plus being able to burn, that's so many locations that you can create a really, really good menu out of the, Welly's a menu they have there, and adding it to the AMC menu, and it's just so much more that you can just do with every single purchase. Now, there were a lot of great ideas that came up after this, and I was just like, man, I would love to be able to comment on this type of thing. So I'm going to go through all the stuff that they talked about that was positives within the AMA, and we can go from there. So um, the first piece that I wanted to touch on was the percentage burned off of the profits, off of the revenue, really. So it's not going to be gross revenue that they end up pulling the percentage off of, which a lot of people want. They want a gross percentage, or a percentage off of the gross revenue, meaning that every transaction that comes out, you have 1%, 2%, 5%, whatever it ends up being. They're going to do 2% of net profits. Now, this is good and bad, right? Net profits can mean anything, right? When net profits mean something to a place like Amazon, they pay zero in taxes. Why? Because they donate to charities, they invest it back into the business. It's never a form of actual net profit. Now, they could do this as well and basically invest everything back into the business and have a small amount that they end up burning off. Now, it's a small percentage, it's 2%. So I don't think it's something where they have to worry about it like taxes, where it's like it can be, 15 to 39 or 40 or 50%, right? That's not the case. But it still bothers people. It's like every transaction that we do, we want to know that we're buying within that. We want to know that our money that's being sent to you guys, even though we're getting food in return, we want to know that it has value to our investments. Just like if we go on Twitter, more people that use Twitter, the more valuable Twitter actually is as a publicly traded company. Soon to be private, but publicly traded company. So 2% of net profits. There were some great ideas that came up on this. They said basically they should do kind of like an Acorns type of thing. I don't know if you're familiar with the Acorns app, to where it rounds up your order, and you take whatever rounded up and you burn that off in Shiba Inu, which is an interesting concept. But then there was another one that really kind of resonated with me, more of like a tax type of thing. So basically, how you pay sales tax, you pay 6%. They just add on a 1% or 2% tax towards burning Shiba Inu, right? And everybody would be comfortable with that tax. As long as the food is good, everybody would be comfortable with paying that tax, because it's a part of the price. It's a part of the journey there. So that's something that's very interesting to me. I would probably say more 1% than 2%, because it burns off a lot, and people would be willing to pay that as long as it's applied to everybody. If it's applied to one person or one menu item, it's not good. But everything that's purchased, yes, that's definitely something that we can live on. Now, the things that they brought up, when it comes to franchises, which was very interesting, was 3 types. They had ghost kitchens, and ghost kitchens are basically like how Beast Burger does it, to where you apply all of your menu within a kitchen, and it basically sends it out. Like if I wanted to order Beast Burger right now, I can order it from different places that are ghost kitchens around me. So basically, you take Welly's menu and you're able to implement it within these ghost kitchens, and they get a certain percentage of it. They also had two types of store locations, like a larger one and a smaller one. And I can't remember what the square footage of it was, and what the definition of it was. But basically, you have brick and mortar stores, and they also talked about food trucks. So there's kind of like 4 types that they had there. So they're really thinking about these and breaking these down and seeing how these can be expanded. They're going through applications. I think I would be a good candidate for an application, so I do want to go ahead and submit something, but I haven't done that yet. Again, the NFT burn rates, those are in discussion, so that's good to be able to hear that they're talking about it. And just being able to get that response was absolutely key. We want them to kind of commit to something. If you say yes, there will be a burn rate, you're committing to something. No matter if it's 1% or 10%, we'll be happy with some sort of a burn rate. Now, there's some people that won't be happy with anything until 99% of the supply burns off, but I'm happy, or most of us, majority of us, are happy with any type of burn rate. So yeah, and they also said one other thing was 8% for rewards, I guess. So 8% of net profits for rewards, and that may be wrong. I heard it a bunch of times, but I wasn't sure what it actually meant. So you would get rewards back as well. And I don't know what those rewards would be, whether it would be SHIB, leash, or bone, or whatever. You would get some sort of reward back for all the people that are, I guess, holding Shiba Inu, or I don't really know how that works. But they did mention something there. So it was definitely an interesting AMA. A lot of great questions, a lot of people that were really determined to get Shiba Inu to 1 penny, and other people that were really determined to see how the partnerships work. Because if Welly's really takes this off, or takes off as a business that's fully implementing, burning SHIB and having SHIB as a utility and all of that stuff, then it could be something really big. Now, I don't know the detail, the detail behind, a security and all of that issue that people are going over right now because of the NFTs and everything. But that's not, I guess we still have to worry about it. They said they're being careful when it comes to that stuff being labeled as a security. But I think the AMA went really, really well. And I definitely have some, follow-up questions and, how we can get other businesses to do the same, because it's not just about Wellies. It's about everything that finds a way to partner with SHIB. So you let me know what you think about this. Did you listen to the recording? Are you going to listen to the recording now? There's definitely a lot of great stuff on there, and it gives you a good amount of detail. It's not to where they give you all the information possible. There's some things to where they just couldn't talk about it, I guess, because this is a business. Wellies is a business versus Shiba Inu not being a business, being that cryptocurrency and, that form of payment, right? So it's a different way of looking at it, something that's decentralized versus something that actually has like a board and a team, at the top, and make all the decisions, and don't want to release any information because others might end up getting on that because it's a business rather than, a form of payment. So anyways, that's my video, guys. I just wanted to talk about the Wellies AMA. It was really good, really informative, huge announcements that came through. And I can't wait to see how all this is implemented. Now, they said that this probably won't take place until Shibarium is launched, because then they want to do it for lower fees and not have to pay the massive fees to be able to do all the stuff like burning and, buying and rewards and all of that other type of stuff. So it's definitely going to be something that happens when Shibarium launches. So I don't know when Shibarium is going to launch, but whenever it does, I'm happy with obviously what they've done there and what they've announced here. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of those links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to join the Shiba Inu Discord group, definitely do that. That's the link down in the description. First link in the description. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.